You know, Gramps, I can't imagine a big, strong, healthy, red-blooded American meeting his sweetheart at the train and not taking her out to dinner afterwards, can you?
Well, now, Jenny, if you were talking about Rodney here, I reckon he just plumb forgot to invite Marty out for dinner.
Maybe he was so busy thinking about the war and about the army until he just didn't think about asking her. Can't you think of anything else to say? War, army. That's all I hear around this place. Why, I suppose you'd all be glad if I was in the army.
Why, Rodney, you never spoke that way to us before. Why, bless your heart. I'm like any other mother who gives her son to the army, waiting long, anxious nights, wondering how you are, if you got a comfortable bed with plenty of blankets, wondering if you were safe and strong and healthy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. I guess I'm a little jittery this afternoon.
Your father was a soldier's son, and a good one.
Yeah. Dad was a good soldier.
Why, Rodney.
Oh, I'm going out, Mom. Maybe a walk will do me good.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant Keene and his recruiting squad have finally arrived in our town, and a gigantic rally will be held this evening in the town square. In addition, Martha Adams, a local girl who has been touring with the recruiting squad, will be on hand to lend her thrilling voice to the proceedings. And now, more music.
Ain't necessarily so.
There you have it, folks. Miss Adams has just sung a message to you that should inspire every patriotic man, woman, and child to do his or her bit in winning this war for our country. The actual conflict has not yet reached our shores, but not one of us knows when it will come. So let every one of you remember, from now on, take your change in United States Defense stamp. And those men among you who are able-bodied, offer your services in arms to your country.
So it's Mr. Tucker now. It used to be Rodney.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. While other people are working their heads off to help our country, you sit back and enjoy yourself. And then you have the nerve to come here...
I've got a right to do as I please.
That's no excuse for your disrupting the honest efforts of those who really want to do something.
Sure. Doing things with a tin soldier.
You calling a real man a tin soldier. Why, you haven't even the courage to wear his uniform.
I thought that was coming. You want to bury him in the army so you can have him all to yourself. That's what you're asking.
I'm only asking you to do your duty, Rodney. You speak to me of marriage, but you haven't proven to be anything but a bragging coward.
Yeah. I can even brag about finding out my sweetheart is giving me the double cross. Sure, I can brag about that.
That's my answer to that remark, Mr. Tucker. And here's your ring. I'm through.
Got a match, buddy? Seems like this war situation is getting kind of bad, don't it?
Yeah, guess so. Well, I ain't got much to offer, but anytime my son needs me, I'm ready. Ain't you? Yeah, guess so.
And it says here, by fall, the United States expects to add another 1 million soldiers to its fast-growing army. Auntie, do you think they'll take Rodney?
Well, maybe. We've all got to do our bit. You are junior air raid warden, and I'm sewing for the Red Cross. And besides, I think Rodney would want to go now anyway.
What do you mean by that, Auntie?
Well, I might say because of Martha Adams. Rodney hasn't been out of this house not once since the day she left.
He's got it bad, and that ain't good. But Rodney would never do in the army, Auntie. He's always had his own way about things, you know.
There are many boys in the army like Rodney. The army brings out the real manhood in them.
Hold your point. Hold your point. Now, that was after Theodore and Teddy Roosevelt went to... Let me see.
Rufus and Grandpa are at it again.
They've been at war with each other since I was big enough to remember. But thank God it has never reached the shooting stage.
Oh, there's the mailman. I hope we got a letter.
Now, let me see. If my memory serves me right, that was at,
You're wrong, Sam. That was when they were in San Antonio.
Rufus, if I didn't know you so well, I'd kick you right out of this house.
You don't have to kick me out. I'm going. But you're wrong.
Listen, you loggerhead. You're the one that's wrong.
I am not wrong.
Yes, you are wrong.
You are both wrong. It happened when the 25th Regiment landed at Tampa, Florida.
You don't have to open that other envelope, big boy. It's only an invitation to a party.
A party?
Yep, a big party. In other words, dear cousin, you have been drafted.
Well, that's about all. He says he'll write again when he gets to his regiment.
Yeah. But he wasn't such a bad boy after all. I'm kind of sorry I spoke to him so harshly once or twice.
My poor boy. And to think, the last time we saw him, we had to have an argument.
Yes. You know, Ellen, we ought to be proud of that boy out there fighting for his country.
I am proud of him. I'm as proud as any mother could be. And just as sad.
Mighty bad. Man, look how mean that sergeant look over there. In 5:30 in the morning. I don't get up to see him. I can't see this. Look what a high right here. Is my feet bad too, man? That guy gonna drill me 100 times a day. What? No chick. 100 times I won't, man. Man, I'm hungry. I want to eat. I've been hungry. Well, let that I know you're coming because you said so. Hey, actually, you ain't gonna say with that 6 bits you owe me. What 6 bits, man? Come on, Ted. I know you're into leaving that million down with Bob Jones.
All right, men. Until you're assigned to your respective companies, this is it. The non-commissioned officer in charge of quarters will assign each of you to a bed and explain your immediate duties. And remember this. From now until you're discharged, you're in the Army. All out.
The way that fella talks, you think this country was in serious trouble.
Well, young fella, I've been here a long, long time. This country's been worse at fixing now than it's ever been.
Oh, that's a lot of hooey. You're old-fashioned. Listen, I'll tell you, nothing can happen to this country.
Well, buddy, you may know what you're talking about, but experience has taught me that anything can happen to anybody, any place, and any time. And if we don't all put our shoulders to the wheel and push, something's going to happen to us. Now put that in your fight.
Soldier sure said a mouthful that time.
Oh, that's a lot of push. But what's going to happen to us? Oh, I tell you, they've got millions of other folks. Let them have it. Let them do their own fighting.
Brother, there's just 2 things you seem to forget. The first is there's millions of us too. And the second, this is just as much our country as it is anybody else.
Well, even so, what are we fighting for? We've got everything we need in this country. All the money, airplanes, everything. Now I ask you, W, what have we got to worry about?
Jim Japs.
Hey, soldier. Are you sick?
No. What time is it?
Time you getting out of here to Rebel League.
Kind of early, ain't it?
Won't be on in the next 10 days. You get up going on kitchens leave.
Right? Hey! Out! Hey! Out! Hey! Out! Up! Hey!
Come on, Tucker. You can do better than that.
Right? Hey!
2, 3, 4. Come right.
Hey!
2, 3, 4. Come on, Tucker. Come on, Tucker.
2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. Right, 3. Tucker, I thought you should be good at this. What is it? Just what I'm trying to do? Okay, buddy, by me. Turn and turn. Right. Hey. Hang on. Forward. Huh.
You can do better than that, Tucker. Try it again. Well, guess you just can't make soldiers out of some folks.
I want you men to look closely and see that how this is going through. All right. Up. 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 Okay. Now I think you've got a good idea of what this is all about. Now the next thing is the cleaning of the bow. Now if you'll notice, at the cleaning of the bow, you'll have to take the ramble rod, which is on the side there, and put 4 cloth on it, rags such, and swab the bow out. That is to keep it clean. Private Tucker, you're not playing with a toy cannon here. This is a real 37 gun. And keep your hands off it unless I tell you to do it. These men's lives can't be in danger because you don't understand.
Okay. Hut. Transition. Move. 1, 2, 3. Now get up. Up. Exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sir, that fellow Tucker would be a great soldier if he wanted to.
I think so too, Sergeant. Maybe we can bring it out of him.
Better take this along. You may need it out on that desert. You know, Arizona isn't just across the street from Texas. Where shall we put it?
I think the best place to put it is in that radiator. There won't be room enough for him to get in there after he puts that suitcase in there. Now, both of you just hold your horses. I'll find a room for everything.
I don't see why you're taking all that junk away out there anyway.
Now, see here, young lady. I'll have you know that my souvenirs ain't no junk. Do you understand that?
Now, Papa, I didn't mean it that way.
You're darn tootin' you didn't mean it that way. Why, those things in that car is worth more than $1 million to me. Why, I've got a bolo in there that old Ike Ganaldo himself used in Mindanao, and a saddle blanket that Teddy Roosevelt had when we were in Cuba. And when I get to Fort Worth, Cuba, I'm going to put them things on display so them youngsters will have something to guide on. Don't forget to take good care of them 2 coconut heads of mine. I don't want to lose them. Don't worry. I'll take good care of that handful of stuff I've got there that belongs to you. Jenny? When I get out there, I'm going to pin one of my medals right on Rodney's bosom. Yep, I'm going to give him this one right here. That's the one that I got for capturing them 17 Moros at Iloilo that time. Tucker, you'll find if you put a little more muslin on that mop, you'll get through with that job of retreat.
Papa Summers, come to command. I want to see you in the order room right away.
Okay. I'll be back as soon as I see the company commander, Tucker. I want that job finished.
Papa Simmons a fine soldier. I hear they'll make a sergeant out of him soon.
Yeah? I hope they make him a general.
Say, you're not letting this man army get you down, Pete.
What else is a guy going to do when they treat him like this? Didn't I win the wrestling match? Don't I have to win all the other games around here? Why, I even showed them up on the tracks. And what do I get? Slinging a mop. Oh, the sucker for even trying.
Oh, come now, Tucker. It doesn't make any difference who has the best uniform. You're in the Army, and I'm proud of you.
You're proud of me. I've had a hard day, but I can laugh at that.
I mean every word of it. After all, you have no reason to be angry with me.
No, haven't I? You took Martha away from me. And now I know it makes you happy to see me do this, doesn't it?
Well, that's not true. But why not come over to my quarters this evening? I've got a real surprise for you. What do you say?
All right. I'll come.
Fine.
Glad you came over. I've got a real surprise for you. Okay. Albert, Miss Adams is broadcasting from my nationwide hookup from a colored army camp in Texas. We're all going to listen in. Fellas, I'd like you to know a surprise about his cousin. Even though he's just a private, he's a mighty fine young fellow. In addition to being a personal friend of the girl whose voice was still here on the radio. Hi, fellas. Have a seat, cousin. Must be about that time now.
And now for the speech you've all been waiting for. I present Miss Martha Adams.
Hello, everybody. It's indeed a pleasure to sing for you, especially the boys in the camps. My first song is dedicated to a very dear friend, Sergeant Robert L. Keene of Fort Huachuca, Arizona.
Cut that thing off. Cut that damn thing off. So this is your big surprise. This is why you invited me here. You wanted me to know that Martha was dedicating a love song to you, huh?
Well, that's ridiculous, man. You ought to be glad of the opportunity.
Yeah, you better. What are you doing? John!
What's going on here, Sergeant?
Nothing much, sir. Just a little misunderstanding. All right.
Private Tucker, put your barracks in the resting quarters. Don't leave until you've made up your mind to act your age, you understand?
Yes.
I guess you good and so at the army now, ain't you?
Oh, who wouldn't be? Keeping a guy cooped up in a place like this. Well, I'd just as soon be in jail. But you just wait until they need me. I'll show them.
I know somebody needs you right now. She stopped us when we were in town this morning.
She sure did. She wants to see you bad, too.
She's a radio singer. And man, is she good looking. Mm-hmm. My.
Say, fellas, do you mean...
Yeah. She's staying at the Alameda Hotel. Room 20. Too bad you can't go to town. But, maybe she'll be coming out tomorrow, like she said she would.
Sergeant Kane is going to bring her out tomorrow. Show her around the post.
Tucker, did you fellas tell her that I was on the resting quarters?
We have 2 ears and 1 mouth apiece, and we hears twice as much as we talk.
This is all Sergeant Keene's idea.
He deliberately planned that fight to have me here when Martha arrived.
Did we do anything wrong?
No, fellas. You ain't done nothing wrong. You've done me a favor. Yeah. And I'm not going to be in here when Martha arrives tomorrow either. Well, fellas, I'll be seeing you again, I hope. But don't forget that you've got 2 eyes and only 1 mouth apiece. So long.
Looks like she's got him going.
Huh. The way it looks to me, she's got him gone.
one-button roll-on.
This is not a one button.
No.
This is a 110. Did you get our money?
Oh, you mean the money for candy coal upstairs?
That's right.
Yeah, I got it right here.
How much did you get?
I got $40.
How much do I get?
You get 20.
How much do you get?
I get 20.
Well, give me mine.
You get it.
Divide the money.
Got it right here.
Well, give me my
You
part.
have to get excited
Come
about.
on, give me my money.
Okay, there's 10 for you.
Yeah.
And here's 10 for me.
Uh-huh.
There's 10 more for you.
Uh-huh.
And here's 10 more for me.
Now, how much I got?
You got 20.
How much you got?
I got 22.
Can't you see you got more money than I
No,
got?
I ain't got
Man,
no-
divide the money.
Now, take it easy.
Get the money straight.
You don't understand.
Understanding have nothing to do with just to get the money straight.
I divide it over
Come
again.
on, get the money
Okay,
straight.
you get yours.
Well, give me my money.
There's 10 for you.
Yeah.
Here's 10 for me.
Uh-huh.
There's 10 more for you.
Uh-huh.
And here's 10 more for me.
Now, how much I got?
You got 20.
How much you got?
I've got 22.
Oh, man, save my money.
The money-
Don't save my money.
Listen, Willie.
Save my money.
Every time you and I work, we have the same hour.
That's right.
I'm getting tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm putting my fist in your big mouth.
Remember, your mouth ain't no buttonhole. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Gentlemen, what seems to be the trouble here?
No, he can't understand nothing. Every time he and I work, we have the same
What's the
argument.
matter? What's the matter? No start, no disturbance here.
We did a job for a lady. Lady paid us $40. She told me to give him 20. I take 20. He says I got more money than he's got.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll straighten all of that out. Give me the money here. I'll tell you what. Here's 10 for you, and here's 10 for you. Here's 10 more for you, and here's 10 more for you.
How much I got?
You have 20.
How much he got?
He has 22.
Oh, you with him, ain't you?
No, I'm not.
Oh, yeah, you know. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Straighten my money out. Straighten it out or go to the graveyard.
I'll straighten
my money out.
Give me a chance, please.
Straighten my money out.
Here's 10 for you.
Yeah.
And here's 10 for you.
Yeah.
Here's 10 more for you.
Yeah.
And here's 10 more for you.
Yeah. Now, how much he got?
He has 20.
How much I got?
You have 22.
Well, that's right, then.
am I?
A soldier, I'd say you're somewhere in Arizona.
In Arizona?
Yeah. You've been in Arizona ever since you crawled in here last night and went to sleep. But there's nothing to be afraid of now. Oh, I figured you was on a furlough and was just trying to save money on train fare. So I've been keeping my eyes peeled for the bulls so you wouldn't get pinched.
Yeah. On furlough. Sure.
How far are you going?
Texas?
Texas is a mighty big state, sonny.
Yeah. Sure is. East Texas.
Well, we won't be bothered with the bulls from now on. There's a lot of desert between here and Texas.
How did you find out I was running away?
Well, that didn't take much figuring, sonny. You see, you and me are something alike. You talk in your sleep, and I walk in mine.
Yeah. Yeah. I do talk in my sleep. That's what my mother says. And you walk in your sleep. Yeah. And that's why you stay awake all the time. You're afraid you'll walk off the train. Is that it?
Not afraid, lad. Only cowards are afraid of anything. I'm just careful, that's all.
But why didn't you turn me into the bulls while I was asleep?
Well, I'm not a coward, sonny. Not a rat.
That's it, Doctor. I've got to get out of here. I've got to go home to wife and baby. I've got to go home to Ellen.
Ellen? Well, who is Ellen?
Ellen's my wife, Doctor. She wrote me a letter in France telling me we had little baby. And she named him after me. She named him Rodney Tucker Jr.
Rodney Tucker Jr.?
Yes, Doctor. Rodney Tucker Jr. I've got to get out of this hospital, Doctor. I've got to go home. All soldiers go home now. The war is over. I've got to go home to Ellen. I've got to get home to my wife and baby. I've got to get...
Mama T. So he was my father. And that's why he didn't come back home. He didn't know where to come to. He got hurt in a traffic accident and lost his memory when he left the hospital. And he thought that I was the doctor. And that's why I'm not going back to the army. No. I'm not going back. Goodbye, Dad. Goodbye.
Hey, Grandpa, you didn't see 2 or 3 Japs down the road there, did you?
Hey, mister, if I see a whole regiment of Japs anywhere, there's going to be some shooting done. And I ain't going to be the one that gets shot neither.
Where you headed for?
Fort Huachuca, Arizona.
Okay, boy, let her rip.
Water! Water!
It's me, son. This is Grandpa Tucker.
But Grandpa, you're dead. The bums got you in Rufus.
I don't know anything about Rufus, but ain't no bums gonna mess with me. I can lick any tramp that ever lived.
But Grandpa, where am I?
You're right here where I found you, son. Right out here in the middle of the desert. And if I hadn't seen them buzzards and come over here and seen what they were sailing around so much in the same place for, I never would have found you neither. Come on, son.
I did the best I could for him, Grandpa. I buried him out there in the desert.
Thanks, son. Thanks. I never did believe that my son was killed in the war. I always thought that he would come back to us. Back home again to Ellen. And you. And me. And the rest of us. But why ain't you with your regiment, son?
I got into a little jam, Grandpa, and I was using this as an excuse to run away. I was running away because I was afraid. A coward, Grandpa. I was deserting in time of war. But I'd prove it to them, Grandpa. If only they'd give me another chance. And I'd prove to them, Grandpa, that I'm a red-blooded American, too. Just as my dad was. Just as the other boys in my regiment. and the rest of the people in this country who are doing their part. I'd show him, Grandpa. I'd show him that I'd be just as good a soldier as you were. Honest, I would, Grandpa.
I know you would, son.
I've been a fool, Grandpa. I thought I didn't have anything to fight for a while back. But now I know that I have everything to fight for. My family, my home, my freedom, democracy, everything. For God's sake, Grandpa, if they'd only give me another chance. For God's sake, Grandpa, if only they'd give me another chance.
Son, I've been thinking. Maybe they would give you another chance. If only for God's sake. Maybe if we prayed to him, he would give you another chance. I'm afraid he's the only one who can give you that chance now.
Do you reckon he will, Grandpa?
Sure he would, son. Let us pray to him. Let him hear our voices in the wilderness. Come on, son. Let us pray.
Say, Wash, what is a ham?
A what?
A ham.
Brother, next to chitlins, a ham is the best part of a hog.
I don't mean that kind of ham. I mean that radio ham.
Oh, that's different. A radio ham is one of them fellas, or one of them radio fellas that sits up and tune in all night on somebody's conversation. You know, like a party line, a telephone. How come?
Well, it says here, shortwave ham hears Jap radio broadcast. Elmer Brown, S.W. Hammett, Bisbee, Arizona, reported to police that he heard a Japanese language broadcast on his one-tube set at 3:30 this morning. The fact that Brown heard the broadcast on a single tube set would indicate that the transmitter is located somewhere close by.
Mm-hmm.
You reckon there's a Japanese broadcasting station located somewhere in these hills close by?
Could be. Could be.
Find the canteen in the back of the car there, son.
She's empty. Grand, look like we're out of luck. What?
No, my boy. A good soldier's never out of luck. Not even when his last shot has been fired. Now, let me see. Yep, there she is.
Well, there's what?
You see that cliff right over there?
Well, you mean over to the left of that big rock up there?
Yep, that's her, my boy. Right before my very eyes. That is known as the entrance to old Geronimo's stronghold. There's a hidden valley up there in the mountains, and the only way to get in or out is through that gap. And that gap is so long, so narrow, so deep, that a half a dozen Indians could hold off a whole regiment of soldiers there any time.
Yes. I've read about that in school. Say, but what about some water for old Betsy here? We can't go much further than what's in that radiator.
Listen, son. Halfway up that trail is a spring of water.
What's the matter, Gramps? Tired?
Tired nothing. I'm just getting started.
Okay, come on.
Banzai. We are to notify number 17 to carry out instruction with regards to destruction of objective number 294.
Good.
We will notify him at 8:30 o'clock. Honorable President of the United States will make speech, and American people will listen. But number 17, he will listen to message from the Mikado.
Goodbye.
Banzai.
This wasn't here the last time I was up here.
Hey, looks like somebody's been digging for gold.
But there ain't no gold around here. Maybe not. But from the looks of this, they're still digging. Made in Japan. Wait a minute, Gramps.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna have a look in that hole. You better stay up here.
Hold on a minute, young fellow. If there's anything in that hole that's worth seeing, I'm going to see some of it, too.
Okay.
Let's go.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Why, it looks like a radio here, son.
Why, it is.
Well, I wonder who it belongs to.
It belongs to the Japanese government.
Very unfortunate that you come here. I'm so very sorry.
Are you low-down, yellow-bellied skunk? You up to some more of your dirty tricks, huh? For this time, I'm going.
That pass is known as the entrance to Old Geronimo's stronghold.
Yes, Sergeant, I've heard about that. There seems to be a fight going on.
One of them looks like a soldier, sir.
Why, it is a soldier.
Yeah, there's them Japs we looking.
All right, what's going on here?
Break it up, break it up.
Corporal, take charge of these men.
All right, move out.
Tucker, what are you doing here? What is all this about?
Well, sir, I was just about... Oh, Gramps, you should never have gone in there. Why'd you do it?
That's all right, son. It's just the way I wanted to die. The Lord has been good to me. He has been good to me. He let me have one more fight for my country. One last fight. AWO who?
AWL. That's bad. Especially at the time of war.
AWOL. But say, when did he do all this? I thought he just went AWAY. You reckon they'll stand him up and shoot him in time of war?
Don't know. They might.
You reckon?
Could be.
You know, Tucker's a pretty good fella after all.
Yeah. But he sure messed them two Japs up something terrible.
Sure did. When he got through with those two Japs, boy, they looked like they'd been in the ring with Joe Louis.
Joe Louis? Now there's a real American for you. Why, look what he did at...
Did they?
Yes, fellas. They gave me another chance to prove that I'm an American, too. To prove that my blood is red just like yours or anybody else's. They're giving me an opportunity to fight for freedom and for democracy and for the protection of our loved ones back home. They're going to let me pay back those cutthroats for what they did at Pearl Harbor. And they're going to let me collect in person for what they did to Grandpa Tucker. Yes, fellas. They gave me another chance. And they gave me that chance with Gramps' own regiment of fighting 25th U.S. Infantry. Martha!
Rodney.
Hello.
Hello, Rodney.
Did you send for me?
Yes, Rodney. I read about your heroic deeds in the paper, and I just had to come down and congratulate you personally.
So, did you come all the way up here just for that?
Well, not exactly. You see, I joined the Women's Army Auxiliary Corps, wax to you. And since we're both in the service, I wondered if you still have that ring.
You mean the one you gave me back?
I didn't really want to give it back to you, Ron.
Sure. Do you still have the finger?